Are you tired of using VLOOKUP formula and XLOOKUP formula and you don't want to use any formula and you want to merge data together and get result from different tables? So today I have this data, sales data here, in which I have order ID, product name, and then customer ID, and then I have customer data as well here where I have customer names and their country. So I want my products and order ID with the country. So instead of using VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, and if you don't want to use any formula, just want to do it with hand in the clicks, then you need Power Query. So first, let's add these tables to Power Query. So convert your data into table first if they're not in a table. So click anywhere in your table and then go to Data tab. And then here from table range, data is already here and the table names is sales data. Now click on click and load and then choose close and load to. And when you come here back to Excel, you will get this option. So select only create connections and then select OK. Now go to customer data and here do the same. So open up the Power Query and here I didn't change this name, so let's change this name of this table so it would be easy when we are editing. So this is customer data. I change the name here and then select again close and load to and select only create connection and select OK. Now I have both tables in my Power Query. Next you need to do is go to Data tab and then go to Get Data and then go to Combine Queries and then select Merge and then select your table here, Sales table, and then select your customer data here and now select identical columns. So it has customer ID here as well and here as well. Select customer ID and then select here as well and then select it left after joint here and then say OK. And when you come here, both the tables are merged. You can give a name here as well. So I'll give sales by country and then press enter. Change the name. Now you can expand the data here. You can select anything you don't want. So for now, I will select all of them. So I only need one customer ID now. So it expanded now here like here, but I only need one customer ID. So let's delete this one. And I don't need customer names. I'll select delete this one as well because I only needed the customer country data. So what I will do is I will move this one here so it look better and then I can rename this only just country. So much easy to add it in Power Query than Excel because you don't have to apply any formula because everything is happening in the background. You can see what's happening here. You can see the old formula here, that what's happening behind it. All the steps are recorded so you don't forget what did you do. Now we have all the things we needed. Now we just click on the click and load. So close and load or sales by country unloaded here. So you didn't have to apply any formula. You didn't have to mess around with pivot tables. Power Query is a game changer. Let me know in the comment if you think the same. I find it easy to use Power Query than to mess around with the data in the Excel. I have some names here and I want to split them. Some of the names have middle name and some of them don't have any middle name and some of them only have initial of the middle name. So it would be challenging to split them in here. So when I already uploaded a video that how to split them by applying Excel formula, but that would be so difficult for beginners who are just starting on Excel. So today I'm going to show you a very easy method which is very good for starters who are just starting learning Excel and even people who are expert in Excel may find this useful. So I have these names here which are already in a table, If they are not in a table, you press Ctrl T to convert them to a table. So click anywhere in your table and then go to Data tab and then select here from table range. Click on this one and it will take you to the Power Query. And here I want to split into first name, middle name and last name. Under the Home tab, let's go to the split column and click on it and split by delimiter. And I want to split them by space and then select OK. Here what happened is the person who don't have middle name, Power Query put their name in here. So for example, we rename all of these. So I have renamed them as first name, middle name and last name. So what happened here is the people who don't have middle name, Power Query put their last name in the middle name. So let's sort the last name first. So what we will do is we'll go to custom column under the add column tab and write this formula here. If the last name is equal to null, then take the value from the middle name. I'll take the value from the last name. Let's insert this custom column and see what happens. So what happened is this column took the value where is null from the middle name. Otherwise it put the last name here. So now the last name is sorted. Now we have to sort the middle name. So first delete the last name column. All the steps are recorded here. So you can have a look what you did. So let's change this column name to last name. So we add column again, custom column again to sort the middle name. So we'll put this formula here. If the last name is equal to middle name, then put an empty cell. Otherwise, take the middle name. So you can select here as well. Yeah? And then select OK. Okay, we put this formula here. If last name is equal to middle name, then put an empty cell. Otherwise, put the middle name and select OK now. So here middle name is sorted now. Now, if we delete this column and then rename this column as middle name and change its place to here, now all the data is sorted. So we have first name, middle name, and the people who don't have middle name, it's an empty cell, and we have last name as well. Now, what we do is we click on the file and then close and load, and it will load the clean data back into your Excel. But if you clean your data with a formula, I have explained this in another video. Go to my profile and watch this video if you want to learn how to clean this data with the formula. But the Power Query is the most powerful, and it's very easy to use Power Query as a learner. So work smarter, not harder. So I recommend doing this by Power Query. Messy data, don't waste hours fixing it manually. Use Power Query. So I have this messy data. I have full names here. I have dates here, which are in different formats, and I have names here which are not written properly, and they have some random spaces in between and some random capital letters. So let's clean this data by doing just some clicks in Power Query. No formulas tool. So click anywhere in your data and then go to data tab and then select from table range, and then it will ask you to convert your data into a table. Select OK, and then the magical Power Query will open up. Let's start from full name. So I have 2 duplicate rows here. What I will do is first I'll remove duplicates. So I'll select this column and then under the home tab select remove rows and then select remove duplicates. It will remove the duplicate and it is saving all the steps here. So by clicking you can see what did you do before. And now trim the extra spaces from this one. So what we will do is we'll select this, go to transform, and then go to format and then select trim. It removed all the extra spaces, and then select capital word to write them properly. Now if we can split the columns if needed, so we select our column and then click here. You can split the column by a delimiter which will be a space, and then select OK. It will split your column. You can change the names here. So for example, I can write first name here and then write last name here. You can edit the names as well here, and then let's fix this date format. Select this column and under the transform tab there is a date data type. So you select here date, and then there's a sales column here which one I don't want, and I can delete this column just by clicking delete on your keyboard and it will delete the column. Now all the steps are recorded here. You can rename these steps as well. Now what we can do is we can load this data back into our Excel. So what we will do is we'll click on the file and then say close and load. It has been loaded back into Excel as a table, and we can rename this table as well. And now we have a clean data without applying any formula. We only use Power Query. Hopefully you understand how to use Power Query today. Follow for more videos like that. Stop struggling. There's a Power Query hack you need to know. So I had these dates here which are different formats, and Excel is treating dates as stats. So I don't want to apply any formula. I just want them to be in a date format. So what I will do is I will click anywhere in my data and then go to data tab and then select from table range and then convert this data into table and say OK, and then the magical Power Query will open up. So what I will do is I will select my dates column and I just need to go to transform and select data type. I will select only date, and boom, here you go. Power Query instantly fixes the format and no formulas needed. Save this trick and tag a friend who needs it. Now when you sorted your dates, you can load this data back in Excel by clicking here, go to your file and close and load. It will load back your clean data back into your Excel. Now if you click on this and go to home tab, and then it will tell you the type as date. No more Excel getting confused with the date types now and treating them as text. So if you like this trick of cleaning data without using any formula, watch more videos on Power Query to learn how to clean data in just few clicks without using any formulas at all. Today I will show you how to split inconsistent text in Excel. So I have inconsistent names here. Some of them have middle name, some of them have only the initial of the middle name, and some of them don't have any middle name. Let's split them by using 2 functions, text before and text after. So let's do the first name first. So we're going to use here text before. Select text before and then select your text and then provide the delimiter. Delimiter is the value where you want your text to be. I want my text to be split from the first space, so I want the text before the first space. So we will put the quotation mark and just put an empty space and then press the enter. So it gave me the first name. Hopefully when I copy this formula down, it will only give the first name from all these names. And now we'll do the last name. So for this we will use text after, put text after here, then select the text. Now we need to provide the delimiter which will be this space now. So we want all the text after the second space. So now we will count the spaces from this side. So we will say that we want all the text after the last space. Here we'll put the same empty space here. Now we want, as we are counting from right side, so we will put -1, then press enter. Give me the last name. So if we provide -1, it will count from this side. So let's copy down this formula. Give me all the second name, even in between the people who don't have middle name. Now middle name is a bit tricky one. So we're going to use 2 functions here. Text after and text before, both together. Let's use text before first. Our text will be this one. And then we want, our delimiter will be the same. a space, and then we said that keep all the text before the second space. So for example, Ethan, James, Carter. So all the text before the second space will be Ethan, James, Ethan and James. And then we will say now provide the text before the second space. So for this name, Ethan, James, Carter, it will be Ethan, James only. And if we press enter, it will give name like this. But we only want middle name. As it didn't find a second space here, that's why it's giving an error. I will tell you how to sort this as well. Now, as we have first and middle name here now, but we want only middle name. So now we use text after here, and then put the comma here, and then again, our derivative will be a say, and we want the text after the first space now. So for Ethan Jane, the first space is here, and we will get just the middle name here. So we will say after the one space, we'll put comma here and put one here, and then put the bracket now, then press enter. It gives only the middle name here. It's giving empty here because there were two spaces here. But if we don't have a space here, it's giving error for this one and this one because they don't have middle name. So let's handle this error now. So what we will do is now we have this error NA here and NA here. Let's sort out this error. As they don't have middle name, that's why it's showing an error here. Let's sort this out. So to sort this error, what we will do is we'll put if and a. It means if an error comes up, what you do is put an empty space. But if the error comes up, just replace it with an empty space. This will look much better. Let's try this out. I'll close the bracket and try this out. If we copy it on this formula, error is gone. It will leave an empty space here so that will look much better like this. Hopefully, you understand the text after text before functions, and also you understand the function if the error comes up, how to deal with that. Hopefully, you like this video. Let me know in the comments if you like this video and you understand the concept. In my next video, you can do these things by using Power Query as well, which will be much more easier for a beginner level. All for part 2. Did you know that Power Query can predict what you want? Oh, let's do this. So I have this data with full names here. So I will go in Power Query. I will click anywhere in my data range, and then I will go to data tab and then select from table range and then convert this data into table. I will select OK, and then Power Query will open up. Now there is a hidden feature in Power Query where you can add column from example. So for example, go to add column and then go to column from example and then select here on selection. So I want first name and last name. So there's a column up here. So if you want first name, you will type only first name here by double clicking here. So we will put first name here, which is Matthew. We put the first name here and then we'll press enter. So it will fill the first name from all the columns for you. And then you can change the name here as well. So this is first name. So we will put first name here and then we select OK. So it will put the column for you here. And if you want the last name, you select this column and then you go to column from example again and then select from selection. And here again, you type the second name. So here you need to select your column. So if you select this one, nothing will happen. But if you select this one, you can select both as well. But we will select only this one. So we will type second name here, which is last name. We put the last name here and then we will press enter. It will fill last name for you from all cells. So we can put last name here and then press. We put the last name here and then press OK. Now it filled the first name and last name by using column from example. And now you go to file and select close and load to. So if you want it a new worksheet, I will select new worksheet and the table and then I select OK, and I can add this data to model as well. But I just only want it to be a new worksheet. I will select OK, and in a new worksheet, it will open up like this. Hopefully you like this video. Let me know in the comments and follow for more tips like this.